Hi, Sensei 111 here, coming to you with another Glock tip. Not so much a tip, but explanation. No reason to do safety check. The gun is stripped down to its lower receiver. I saw a lot of misconceptions and mistakes made about the assembly-disassembly order for the pins to remove the trigger assembly. And it's kind of hard to show exactly what's going on. So I borrowed a trick I saw a guy use on an AR-15, and I want to put these pins in on the outside, and maybe you can see better what's going on. So this is the small steel pin, the first pin. I haven't taken the trigger housing pin out, it's still in there. So they call this the first pin. This is the locking block pin. And it does actually, I don't know if you can tell or not. I got a cheap camera, won't focus in. But there's a slight notch on either end of this pin. And that helps hold it in, and I'll show you what it holds in against. So I'm going to put this on the outside of the frame, and hopefully you can see what's going on. I tell you to put this pin in first, and then you put in your slide stop. And of course I'm going to put it in on the outside, and so you can see that spring hits the pin, and then you actually stick this in from the other side, because you'll note there's a small groove here that and I'm sorry it won't focus, but that fits, that slide stop fits into and locks on. And the reason it locks on is because this spring is pushing backwards on the slide stop. So you put that in there, and it's actually locked in there. And also, that's what pushes the slide stop down to keep it out of the way from holding the slide back when you don't want it to. One of the mistakes that can be made is to reverse the order and put the pin in after. And then hopefully you can see that that spring is on top of the hole there. It's actually quite hard to do this because of some of the clearances in there, but it can be done. And now you have a slide stop that kind of wants to go up a little bit. It definitely isn't being forced down because the wire spring is on the other side. And so this is what turns your gun into a single shot Glock, because it'll lock the slide every time you fire it. Not every time, but a lot of times. So that's why I say to stick this pin in first, then you insert your slide stop, then you insert the trigger pin, and then it locks in. And then also, kind of hard to tell, but when you push, this little wire is also softly locking in the locking block pin at that little small diameter change there as well. And that's also why when you remove it, you take this pin out first, and then you're free to kind of manipulate this slide stop lever back and forth so you can withdraw, push that trigger pin out without bunging up your hole here. So I thought I'd just illustrate that AR-15 style. Thanks for watching.